Well, you guys were right. This will be the new Radical Red apparently, because I actually enjoy playing this ROM hack. What's up everyone, my name's Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Inclement Emerald, and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Inclement Emerald using only a fisherman's team? Now, before we actually get into the rules and explanation of this challenge, I actually have a message from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bai. Bai is a proxy service that helps user buy products from various Japanese stores and websites. By using Bai, you can buy anything from Japan. I am buying some Pokemon cards and some 3DS games, which are so much cheaper on Japanese websites. Once you buy an item, it will be sent to Bai warehouse and prepped to be shipped to you. Click the link in the description and sign up for Bai. It will give you a $20 off a first time purchase coupon. Alright, we're back. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. The reason why I have sponsorships are because of you guys. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to work with them. Anyways, let's get into the rules and breakdown first of the introduction. So to begin off, obviously we're playing on Inclement Emerald on the hardest difficulty. I think challenge mode is the same thing as hard difficulty. If it's not, let me know in the comments. And unfortunately, I am not playing on the newest version of Inclement Emerald. This was actually recorded right before the new update. I just couldn't wait for the new update, so I will play on the new update. If you guys want me to in the future, just let me know in the comments as well. Now basically the only Pokemon available to us in this challenge will be only water type Pokemon, excluding a few starter Pokemon. I actually want to stick with one starter Pokemon. I can choose any starter Pokemon besides Greninja, because there's some complaints in the previous challenge video that I used too much Greninja. I just personally like Greninja, but if you guys don't want to see me use Greninja, I'll just drop them one water starter so we don't have flooded with a bunch of starter Pokemon, and just a bunch of water Pokemon in itself. No legendaries, of course. No items from the bag in battles. Hell items are okay. Set mode so you can switch out. And finally, and the most important rule of all time, every single Pokemon used in this challenge video will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So here are the nicknames I picked out for this challenge video. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my future challenge videos, just drop it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. And while you guys are down here, please do not forget to leave a like, a comment down below, some challenge ideas just like this one, or some ROM hacks, or some trainer classes you want me to try out. And subscribe if you guys are not already. We're trying to hit 30,000 before the year ends. Anyways, let's get into the challenge video itself. So to start off, you can obviously see that I got a Squirtle. I haven't used Squirtle in a long time. I'm not a big fan of Blastoise. It's actually my least favorite out of the Kanto starters, surprisingly. But it doesn't mean it's awful. It does have Shell Smash at one point. I think it's further down the line though, but we'll get to that point. We also got a modest nature on this, which we are grinding out specific natures. I want to see how beneficial good natures are in challenge runs. Once we are done with the tutorial battles, we are given 30 Cherish Balls, and now we are going out and catching a bunch of water type Pokemon. Our first Pokemon we capture is a Shellos. Not every single Pokemon we caught isn't actually the attempt you guys are seeing, because I caught like at least 10 of them. And to look through the natures, because I want beneficial natures, of course. So it's gonna be a little bit. I also catch myself a Wingo, a Magikarp, and a Tentacool to round up my team. A nice 5-member team right now. I kind of wish in this game there's like a place where you could change natures, where you could buy nature mints from like newer generations. That would be really nice. Maybe that's in the new update, but we'll have to see that in the future. As we head into Rustboro City, this is where we're gonna grind up our Pokemon. Grinding in this game is very crucial if you guys never played Inclement Emerald. We have to grind to level 16 because that's the cap level for the first gym of the game. And speaking of the first gym, once we get to that cap level, we're going to head into Rustboro City's gym. The first gym of this game will be against Roxanne. Roxanne's going to be the rock type gym leader. We're going to start the battle using our Tentacool against her. Our Tentacool is going to supersonic her Aeron and then set up Toxic Spikes. We're going to be allowed to set up 2 Toxic Spikes, which will instantly toxic the opposing Pokemon. And we're also going to knock out the Aeron, and then she can send out her Nose Pass. It's going to get badly poisoned as I switch into my Magikarp to waste some turn to build up the toxic damage, and then send in my Tentacool again, do some more chip damage with Bubble Beam and sack it, switch out into my Wartortle. Bubble Beam will knock him out. As she sends out a leap, I want to bite it. I got a lucky flinch. Bite from my Wartortle, and Blastoise get a lot of flinches. You'll see soon. But I want to switch out into my Wingo to sack it. Do a bit of chip damage. Supersonic is actually very useful in this run, as I'm able to knock out the leap with another bite. Tyron comes out, I get red carded out, which is fine because I'm able to Bubble Beam with my Shellos to knock out the Tyron and the Anorith, and finally the Mora in the back. And we get the first gym badge of the game from Roxanne. Pretty easy. Water team is looking pretty nice. I mean, it is a rock gym, so I don't know why I'm gloating. But from there, we're gonna head into Doofer Cave, and look at that, more grinding. Grinding does not stop in here at all. We get to level 20, I believe, evolve my Magikarp into a Gyarados, and then we can face off against Brawly in his gym. Brawly's gonna be the fighting type gym leader in this game, and we're gonna start the battle against him, of course, using my Tentacle. We're gonna use the same strategy. We're gonna Supersonic his lead Pokemon, and then Toxic Spikes him down. He's gonna give us the opportunity to, because he's gonna set up his screens, and then I'm able to 1v1 him, use my Tentacle. He's gonna switch out into his Hariyama next, which I can switch into my Gyarados, intimidate them, build up the toxic damage. As you can see, he's gonna knock out all my Pokemon. Yeah, Hariyama is a very strong Pokemon if you guys haven't seen. He's gonna send out Scraggy and then switch out into his Croagunk, which absorbs the Toxic Spikes, so I gotta reset him up. I like to have Toxic Spikes up because he's really useful, as he is gonna eventually knock me out. Wingo is gonna finish the job against the Croagunk, and Supersonic uses the Hariyama and it hits itself in confusion and knocks itself out. Wingo is the GOAT, and then Scraggy goes down to my Wingo, and we can finish this fight with my War Turtle, knock out his Crab Brawler, and then stun on this Duat. As you see, Protect is going to be a very valuable move in the future as we knock out his Duat, and we get the second gym match of the game from Brawly. Next out, this takes a lot of attempts. We finally beat Team Aqua's leader, which is Archie. Took a few attempts, I'm not gonna lie, because this 3 battles back to back to back, it gets really annoying. And speaking of really annoying, facing off against our rival in this route gets really annoying as well. But luckily, we're able to knock him out using our Pelipper. Pelipper in this game summons rain, has drizzle, I think it has the bat boost from generation 7, so this Pelipper is an absolute unit. We're going to look forward to using that and using more of a rain team in the future. Next up, we're going to head into Watson's gym, clear out all the trainers in here to gain some levels, and then spend at least a couple hours trying to chain up our Pokemon to level 38, because that's the max cap level for this gym as we face up against Watson next. Now Watson is going to be the Electric type gym leader. We're going to start the battle using our Vaporeon. We're going to switch into our ground type to switch into our Tentacle. This is all to sack my Tentacle. We're trying to maneuver around, trying to get into his Rotom so I can switch into my Blastoise, which has Shell Smash. Shell Smash is going to be a very useful move. We're not going to Manectric, as you can see. Great for us, and then he can switch out to his Rotom. I want to obviously lower his special attack stat as much as I can, and then switch out into my Vaporeon to get all the Sandtex off on it. Now this takes a few attempts, but I'm able to get 6 Sandtex off against him, which lowers his accuracy all the way to the bottom. And then I can finally switch into my Blastoise to set up my Shell Smash against him. I use 3 Shell Smash. I use 2 bites to knock out the Rotom, and Rotom goes down. And then I used another bite on the Magneton, and I actually flinched it, which is kind of funny. And then Water Pulse would knock him out, and that should be the end of the battle against Watson, as Water Pulse knock out his Galvantula and his Raichu. And then luckily again, Bite just flinches the Lantern, and we're able to 2-shot the Lantern with another bite, and we beat Watson, which is the scariest gym I had in mind because it was the lucky gym. Next up, Gyarados is now going to be our main Pokemon to clear out all the trainers. You really need a main Pokemon to beat down the trainer battle fights, because there's a lot of trainer battle fights obviously. Just something strong that can knock out everything. As we head into Meteor Falls, we're going to clear out Team Magma here, and then face off against Maxie on top of Mount Chimney. Obviously, Shell Smashing Blastoise is too much to handle, which is so once we finish off against Maxie, we're going to face off against Flannery. Flannery is giving me the Fire type gym leader of the game. We're going to start the battle against her using our Pelipper. Actually, our Drizzle gets drowned out by the drought, and I decided to stay in trying to knock out the Torkoal. Hydro Pump, 2 Hydro Pumps actually would knock out. Once I beat the Torkoal, I actually learned Dragon Ends on my Gyarados, which will come in handy within this fight actually. She can switch out to her Blaziken next. I'm going to switch out into my Vaporeon. Vaporeon is going to take a hefty punch to the face, and then I just gotta sack it. Switch out of my Pelipper, sack that as well because I can summon the rain, and then I want to switch into my Gastrodon. This Blaziken wants me to hit him down to 1 HP. Obviously, I want to avoid that because keep using Endure. Muddy Water will knock him out. Flannery's going to switch out into the Chandelure, which one of my favorite looking Pokemon of all time. I can switch into my Gyarados, Dragon Dance right in his face, and then Waterfall. Even though I get Flame Body on Burn, I'm able to one-shot everything else on our team. Knock out the Houndoom and knock out the Arcanine, and then the Talonflame comes out next. I survive a hit and also knock it out with 2 Waterfalls, and we beat Flannery with a burnt Gyarados. Crazy. Dragon Dance is so strong on anything. Anyways, after this, we're going to head back to Petalburg City. We're going to face off against the 5th gym leader of the game, which is against Norman. Norman also gives us the Mega Ring, so we're able to Mega Evolve, which we don't actually do because all our hell items are actually lax incense we bought at Sleeport City. Lax incense lowers the accuracy of the opposing Pokemon move by like 10% or something like that. It's actually really powerful. If you guys ever play Inclement Emerald, I recommend buying 6 lax incense, which is very useful. We're gonna start the battle against Norman though using my Tentacruel. We're gonna do the same strategy, Supersonic into a double Toxic Spikes. Surprisingly though, the Swell is gonna knock itself out with the Confusion, and then he's gonna switch out to the Slacking, which will Earthquake, knock on my Tentacruel, which is fine. Switch into my Blastoise to Shell Smash right in front of the Slacking, and then Protect on his shooting turns, and then Shell Smash again. He's gonna switch out to Lanoon, but the battle is basically over. Water Pulse, one shot to Lanoon, the Exploud of course, the Tauros, the Kangaskhan, and then finally we're gonna knock out the Slacking with Water Pulse and Mega Launcher. I've got to add, I put Mega Launcher on my Blastoise as his ability. We've completely destroyed Norman and his Slacking. So, I mean, that's one of the easiest fight I've ever seen, because Protect is so broken against Slacking. I set up anytime I want. After that, we have access into the water with the HM Surf. We're able to go around hunting for TMs. We get the TM for Ice Beam. As we head actually back to Fall Arbor Town, we're gonna catch ourselves a Lombre to replace our Vaporeon, and then it's time to start training up our Pokemon. You might be wondering, hey, where is the fight against Winona? I don't know. I don't know. I beat Winona, obviously. That's how I progressed through the game, but I actually don't know where the fight against Winona is. I think in the middle of me training, I might have paused my recording because I need to eat food. I'm a human being. So when I fought against Winona, I might have accidentally not recorded. So I don't know where the fight against Winona is. Honestly, I don't know where it is, but we beat Winona. Just trust me on that. We're going to head into Mount Pyre next. We're going to clear through the Team Aqua members, and then we're going to have access into the Magma hideout, which Blastoise and Shell Smash. This is so easy, as you see. Blastoise is our main Pokemon right now, main carry to beat everything else. And we're going to face off against Maxie. Since we missed out on the Winona fight, we're going to show the Maxie fight. It's kind of compensation. Per 1v1's Groudon. It just instantly, just 1v1 Groudon. I thought he's going to switch out to his Primal Groudon. It would make more sense if he had a Primal Groudon, but it is what it is. I'm going to force the Hydreigon into a Draco Meteor to lower his special attack, and then switch out into my Blastoise, which at this point is too broken. Shell Smash up, Ice Beam knocks out the Victory Bell, and then Aura Spill with a Mega Launcher knocks out the Hydreigon, knocks out the camera up, and also almost knocks out the Crobat. If survives with 1 HP, switch out into my Gyarados, which will immediately knock him out. And then we can 1v1 the Weezing using my Tentacruel in the back, and we have beaten Maxie. We'll just say it for the 6th gym badge of the game. We just pretend. From there, we're gonna head into the Aqua hideout. We're gonna clear through this. Obviously, we actually found a trick out. The best way to beat Malamar is just to confuse it with Ludicolo. Ludicolo is actually one of my underrated Pokemon of all time because it's actually really good, especially on rain teams. It has Swift Swim, and it's also a grass type, and has so much coverage. It's actually got me to Master Rank on Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's not a big deal to get Master Rank on Sword and Shield, but you know, it's a really good Pokemon. As someone who doesn't play comp too much, it's actually... Anyways, we're gonna head into the 7th gym of the game, which is against Tay and Liza. Clear through all the trainers in here, and then finally face off against Tay and Liza themselves. Tay and Liza is a double battle fight, and super effective moves are not very effective, and not very effective moves are super effective, but immune moves are still immune, which is a headache, but you know, you gotta get the gist of it. It's kind of opposite day. We're gonna start the battle using our Blastoise and Ludicolo against them. We're gonna Shell Smash right in front of them, and then prevent the Claydol from Trick Rooming up. Laxinstance come in clutch. We're gonna avoid the Surf from the Slowbro, which probably would have killed us, honestly. So I decided to switch out into my Gastrodon, which has Storm Drain, which I think would absorb the Surf, which I should have switched into the first time, but it is fine. Our objective here is to knock out the Slowbro, so we're going to double target it, as you can see. The Claydol ends up Trick Rooming up anyway, so I'm going to eventually Ancient Power, get a stat boost with my Gastrodon, which is kind of funny. Unfortunately, though, Solrock somehow has Flare Blitz and knocks out my Blastoise in one shot, but that should be fine. As I switch out into my Gyarados, Gyarados will Ice Fang the Solrock as I Ancient Power the Claydol once again. I survive a hit, and I can re-up the same moves again, finally knock out the Claydol. It's going to knock out my Gastrodon, which is fine. Summon the Rain for us, and then we're able to Hurricane, confuse the Reuniclus, and then knock out the Solrock finally. Oh, this Solrock does not die. Never mind, I take it back. In the following turn, I can finally knock out the Solrock. Once Solrock is down, he's going to switch out to Exeggutor. I want to guarantee myself a kill this round, so I want to knock out the Reuniclus and then target down the Exeggutor with my Gyarados. Exeggutor is going to knock out my Porous Pelipper, which I can switch out into my Tentacruel next, knock out the Exeggutor, and then Sludge Wave down the Lunatone. Lunatone's going to knock out my Gyarados. Luckily, my Tentacruel is able to outspeed the Lunatone, and then Sludge Wave will knock him out. And we are done with the 7th gym and with the 7th gym badge of the game. Now, next off, we're going to head into the double battle fight against Maxie and I think Courtney. As long as we have weather control, because they do have sun out, we can shell smash up and we could beat down his entire team alongside Steven Stone, of course. Steven played a good role. And then from there, we're going to face off against the Team Aqua leader, which is Archie. Just destroy him, as you see. Shell Smash Blastoise, I think it's redundant at this point, but it's pretty broken. From there, we're going to save the world, send Rayquaza into the top of the city, clear through all this nonsense, and then finally face off against the 8th gym leader of the game. The 8th gym leader of the game will be against Juan. Juan's going to be the water type gym leader, and we're going to run it back again. We're going to switch out into our Tentacruel, Supersonic down to Politude. Can hit itself in confusion. Then I want Toxic Spike, survive a Boom Burst, and then Sludge Wave will eject Button himself out into a Swampert, activate Bally Poison, so I can switch out into my Pelipper. Pelipper, I thought I could survive this liquidation a little bit better, but I'm able to roost up against him. He's doing a lot of damage to himself. Poison's gonna knock out the Swampert for us as I protect. Then she's gonna switch out to her Lapras. I don't mind my Pelipper going down, because Ludicolo's in the back with Teeter Dance and Giga Drain to knock out the Lapras, as you see. She can switch out to her Kingdra. I'm like, this is a bad situation for me. So I want to sack my Tentacruel against the Mega Kingdra. Switch out into my Blastoise to Dark Pulse it, survive Draco, and then I want to sack my Blastoise. Unfortunately, she switched out to a Ludicolo. I'm kind of confused why she did that. So I switch out into my own Ludicolo, fake it out, and then switch back into my Blastoise, dodge the move, and then Ludicolo can knock out Ludicolo. And then she can switch back into her Kingdra. I could fake it out, and then switch into my Blastoise to sack it, get it knocked out, fake it out, and then it's going to go down to Poison. Then she can switch up to a Politoed, which Ludicolo has Giga Drain and Swift Swim, so I can outspeed it and eventually knock it down to low HP. Dragon Dance with my Gyarados, which doesn't do anything because Kabutops has Liquidation. Should have Sandstorm up, but it is what it is, as it's going to hit me with a water move, boost me up with my Storm Dream, and Earth Power will knock out the Kabutops. And we beat Juan because he's awful at the game. Next up, we're going to head into Victory Road. It's not too hard. Luckily, it's not Radical Red's Victory Road, which is just endless battle, and you eventually lose your sanity. It's actually manageable in this game. And then we're going to head into the Pokemon League. Once we're in the Pokemon League, we're able to do our final adjustment. I want to put Aura Sphere and Quiver Dance on my Ludicolo and Blastoise. And then we're going to face off against the first Elite Four member of the game. We're going to face off against Cinny. We're going to start the battle against him using our Gyarados, and then switch out to my Pelipper to get weather advantage. Sack my poor Pelipper, which is fine. Switch out to my Blastoise to water post it, obviously. Avoid any Stealth Rocks at all. And then knock out his Tyranitar. Then he's going to switch out to his Cacturne. I got to sack my Blastoise, which is unfortunate. Switch out randomly into my Ludicolo, which I had a Gyarados and also a Tentacruel for. I don't know what I'm doing. Teeter Dance up. What am I doing actually? So I Giga Drain, Teeter Dance. I don't even Quiver Dance. Okay. And then I just knock out the Cacturne, and I outspeed the Greninja. I Giga Drain him, almost knocks him out, which is funny, but he's gonna knock me out. And then I switch out into my Gyarados, Dragon's up against him, and then I'm able to Waterfall and knock out the Absol, as you can see, get the Moxie boost, and I'm able to flinch down the Manabuzz and then almost knock him out. But Brave Bird will knock him out as he knocks me out, and then I can send in my Gastrodon to Earth Power the Scrafty twice, as he's gonna knock me out, but he's gonna high jump kick my Tentacruel. I survive it, and then Hydro Pump knocks out the Scrafty, and somehow we beat Cindy in that time frame. What even happened? Speaking of what happened, we're gonna face off against Phoebe next, the second Elite Four member and the Ghost type Elite Four member. We're gonna be forced out. We're gonna be red carded out with our Pelipper into our Ludicolo, and this is the end of the battle. I Quiver Dance out with my Ludicolo, and then I don't miss a single Hydro Pump for some reason. I get 3 Quiver Dances up, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to kill something. Hydro Pump knocks out the Cofagrigus and the Dusknoir. Miss Maggie's coming out, Hydro Pump, and then she can send out Chandelure. It's going to bait into Gorgas, too bad. Giga Drain and Hydro Pump will knock him out, and then she can try to bait me again. Hydro Pump to Sablaze's face, knocks him out, and then 2 Giga Drains knock out the Chandelure. I'm like, what just happened? Ludicolo is a monster. It just destroyed everything on that. And next up, we're going to face off against Glacia. Glacia is going to be the Ice type Elite Four member. We're going to win the Weather War against Glacia. As you can see, Hurricane would knock out her Bombstone in one shot. Then she can switch out to her Frostlass. I don't mind. I won the Weather War. Switch out into my Ludicolo. Corviknights up as she misses a Freeze Dry because I have Lax Instance on. Hydro Pump one-shots the Frostlass. And I'm like, what? What's going on? Giga Drain one-shots the Glalie. I'm like, this is over. Hydro Pump again in the rain knocks the Glaceon. Hydro Pump in the rain knocks out the Mamoswine, and then Giga Drain, 2 Giga Drains would knock out the Walrein, as you can see, and we just beat Glacia. Now that's not even the most ridiculous fight. This is the most button mashing fight I've ever done in my life against Drake. We're gonna start the battle against Drake using our Pelipper, obviously, get the weather advantage. Sack our Pelipper, which is pretty standard at this point. Shell Smash with my Blastoise to Ice Beam the Superior. Okay, it's pretty standard. Ice Beam knocks out the Haxorus as well. It's gonna send out Dragalge, it's gonna survive and knock me out. It's fine, that's fine. Switch out into my Gyarados, which will Ice Fang, get the Moxie boost, knocks out Dragalge, and then almost knock out the Como. It's gonna knock me out in return. I decided to go into my Ludicolo, Corviknights in front of him as he hid himself in confusion, which is fine, I guess. Then he's gonna send out his Naganadel, which I Hydro Pump, does about have to, and then I dodged the Sludge Wave. Just whoop. Hydro Pump again, no regards, just knock him out, and then Hydro Pump into the Salamence, and then he's gonna knock out my Ludicolo and my Tentacruel, but that's fine because he's gonna knock himself out, and that is the most ridiculous fight I've ever seen in my life. But finally, a true testament of skill. We're gonna face off against the champion of the game, which is gonna be Wallace. We're gonna do some preparation first. We're gonna get rid of Teeter Dance for Ice Beam, obviously, and then attach the Mystic Water into our Ludicolo. So no more Lax Instance for this battle. We're gonna start the battle using our Ludicolo against him. We're gonna Corviknights right in front of the Warlord and then Hydro Pump as he switches out to Zapdos to knock him out with the Mystic Water boost. And then he's gonna switch out into his Latios. I need to Ice Beam him twice. Surprisingly, he switches out to his Ferrothorn, and I'm like, this is my win con. I'm not gonna lose my Ludicolo. So I decided to switch out into my Pokemon in the back. Pelipper is my first choice, of course. I want to Hurricane him down. I wish he got confused, but I mean, he's gonna eventually knock me out and also knock out my Gyarados. I have a Blastoise in the back with Aura Sphere. I don't know what I'm doing here, but eventually I'll finally switch into my Blastoise, which will knock out the Ferrothorn as he sends out his Latios. I'm able to survive a Thunder from it, and Ice Beam will knock him out. Then he's gonna switch to his Whiscash, which I'm just gonna sack my Blastoise to, switch out into my Ludicolo, and get my free HP drain back. Boom, full HP Ludicolo. And then the Willard can't do anything, so I'm Corviknights up in front of it, and then Milotic comes out trying to do the same thing. So I'm just gonna Giga Drain and knock out the Mega Milotic. It lowered my special attack, which is kind of annoying, so I decided to switch out, sack my Gastrodon for one last sack of the game, and then switch into my Ludicolo once more. And Ludicolo will finish the job against Willard, and we have completely destroyed Inclement Emerald and the Elite Four using Ludicolo and as a fisherman. So is this challenge possible? Well, obviously we just destroyed it. This was a pretty fun challenge to do. I haven't done really a monologue in a long time, just like regular one, especially on Inclement Emerald, and I'm glad I've finally done it. This was actually fun. It's a unique challenge. If you guys want me to do some more of this type of challenge in the future, just let me know. I'll be glad to do it. Anyways, thanks so much for watching all the way today, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. It means a lot to me that you guys support the channel. Anyways, my name's been Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day. Please don't forget to leave a like, a comment down below, some challenge videos just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. My name's been Alpha once again, and I'm out. Peace.